Hey guys, welcome back to the Beehive and welcome to a vlog day. And it is a vlog day because I want to show you something. I'm so excited about this. You ready? Can you guess? Can you guess what I'm getting ready to show you guys? Some of you probably already know. But here we go. What? Look at the poo. It looks so refreshing, right? Well, I actually got to turn the water off. It's been running since about 8 this morning, and so I gotta go turn the water off because we don't want to burn the pump up. And I think it's been about 5 hours. I don't think I'm supposed to do it more than 4 hours, but anyways, I wanted to show you guys what it looked like when we opened it up. If you remember last year, I winterized it with one of those little winter pills, and well, let's just say that it was almost embarrassing to even show you guys. So I didn't, but we took the cover off and the pool was so green. We actually had to power wash it and everything. It was so bad. My fault. The cover had dipped down into the pool and we never fixed it. And then on top of that, the little pill that I put in that winterizes the water, I didn't even take the thing apart right, so whatever. I mean, it is what it is. We had to drain the pool. We had to power wash it. It literally took 2 days to clean this pool. I'll never make that mistake again. If anything, I'll just drain it at the end of the season and let it sit empty and put a cover on top of it like that, because it was just an absolute mess. But because the pool will be ready this weekend, it should be ready before the weekend, because let's see, well, take a visual of the stair. The water is just below the bottom stair, and I usually try to do a stair a day, so I'll turn the water back on tomorrow and get it up to the next step. Okay, so it'll take about 3 days, which means it'll be ready by the weekend. Now, you guys know last year we put we made a homemade little like system to keep the water nice and cool, because these pools, they get so hot. If you guys have ever had any of these pools, and if you're new to our channel, we successfully did that last year where we had the pool set to where it was like 80 degrees all the time. I mean, sometimes it was even so cold the kids were like, I'm not swimming in it. They wouldn't even swim in it because they felt like it was too cold. So when we get the pump and all set up, I'll show you guys what we do to keep this pool nice and cool while it's in complete sunlight from morning till night, because the sun rises on the left of the house and sets on the right, and so it's constantly in the sun. But I did go today and I got some chemicals to get started, because I actually planned it perfect last year where I ran out of everything as far as the chlorine and the shock. And I went ahead, if you guys had noticed when I was filming like the stair, I had to get a new chlorine tablet holder thing, and so I actually have that with 2 chlorine tablets in it now, floating in the water. I'm not going to shock it yet. I'll shock it when the pool is completely filled. And usually when I first open the pool, I'll have to shock it, like double shock it. And then I got some algicide and I have to throw that in there. And then I'll wait like a day or 2 and then take a pool sample to the pool place. And then usually our water is too soft because we have a water softener. I know some of you will say, well, turn the water softener off when you fill the pool up, but we did that one year and the water was terrible. It was absolutely horrible. Our water has so much iron in it, it's like, it's not even funny. So anyways, we do keep the water softener on. It doesn't really use that much salt. When the guy comes, he usually notices that he's got to put like an extra bag in it from us filling up the pool, which is fine. And then, so I'll take, like I said, I'll take the sample to the pool place, and usually I'll need some sort of pH, some balance, some hardener, because the water's too soft. And then after that, like literally, I shock it every Thursday night, because you want to shock your pool at night. You don't ever want to shock it in the morning, especially if your pool is in complete sun all the time, because it'll just burn up your shock, and then you just kind of throw money down the tubes. So once I get the water right, then it'll just be making sure I always have 2 tablets in the floater. I shock it every Thursday and algicide it, and then that's it. This pool has always been really easy to take care of, and our cooling system's really cool because it streams the water out above the pool, and so the water has a lot of movement, so I very rarely have any problems with algae whatsoever. So that's good. Now what I did do, okay, so going back to how the kids complain about the pool always being so cold. So I went online and I found a used hose that goes from the pump to the pool, the outtake hose, okay? For whatever reason, I don't know why, Coleman Best Way, it's I guess the same company, they actually don't sell that part. And the one that I found online, like the little aftermarket one, which is not their brand, it's like $22 without shipping for this little hose, right? And so I don't know, it sucks because the hose that this pool takes has to have the screws, like they're connectors that screw on, whereas the Intex pools, they just connect on and then you put like a clamp around it, like a hose clamp. And this pool doesn't use that, it actually screws in. It's the only pool that has those sort of connectors, and so they're really hard to find. But I found somebody in California that had one used for, well, I think I got it for $8 and it was like $9 shipping. So it was under $20, which is really good because we need that hose, okay? Our cooling system, when it's on, it sprays the water above the pool. Well, if it ever gets to where the water's like too cold and the kids are like, it's too cold and I wanna take a day or two to warm it up, then I'll hook the other hose back up to it, and then I can just, you know, bypass the cooling part and then switch it back and forth. Because when we made the cooling part, we had to use that hose so it fit into the pump properly, right? And so we had to cut the end of it, and so it's glued on to the system. You'll have to see when we get the pump set up in a couple days. I'll be sure to show you guys. But I want to also show you, I went ahead and got some pool supplies. So I actually have a float that's out there. It's like one of the smiley face floats, but last year I actually got this float here. Well, oh, it's funny enough, not me. Brooke got this float in green, and I ended up loving this float. Okay, so this is from Walmart, and it's like $4.80. And anyways, the float fell out of the pool, and I was so upset because it popped. I don't know if Trixie got on it or whatever. So I was like, when this year comes around, I'm gonna stock up, because I went back to go get that float, and it's like their most popular float that they sell. So anyways, I was there today, and I kid you not, there was like 8 of them on the shelf. Well, guess what? Mama B bought 4, so I got 2 pink and 2 blue. And so, yeah, that way Brooke, I can replace the one that I popped of hers last year, and I have one for myself, and then whoever else wants one. But they're just simple floats, but they're so nice. And they're like $4.80 a piece. So perfect, right? So yeah, I'm excited. We were looking at the liner of the pool, and I think it might be the last year for it. Not so much the liner, but like the metal around it is really starting to rust, and it did that even when we had put it away one year. We left it out this year. This will be the 3rd year, and like Charlie said, if we get another year out of it, like considering like those pumps are not the greatest, and the upkeep has never been that big of a deal for us. We've always been able to maintain our water and things like that. So cost-wise, it hasn't been that bad. The initial cost to purchase it, that one is the 2022, it's either the 20 or the 22 foot round, and it's like $500 or $600 for that. And then each year in chemicals, it usually will cost me maybe $100 to $150 in chemicals, because that's a 10,000 gallon pool. And so most of your chemical, your single serving or your single dose or whatever is per 10,000 gallons. So a lot of times some of the chemicals that I use each year, I can use the following year. So I have to take a little bit of inventory as well to see what else I have out there. I think I had some more algicide and I had bought some more, but that was the other thing I was gonna show you guys is I just get the Pool Essentials, which is the Walmart brand, I guess. And so this is a 12 pack. And this will last us all season because I'll use 2 for the first week, and then thereafter, you know, I'll use 1 a week, so that'll be perfect. The chlorine tablets, I do need to probably get another one of these. I wish I should have just got the bigger one, because when I opened it up, it's like filled up halfway. And then I did get the Clorox algicide and clarifier. That one actually seems to work pretty nice. And so yeah, the other pool chemicals that I get, because when we take it to our pool company to get the water tested, usually they test your water for free, but you have to buy their chemicals. So I try to buy what I can from Walmart, and then I usually just tell them, oh, I got some of that left over from last year. And then if it's like pH up or pH down or hardener or softener or whatever the case, I just buy theirs. And that usually runs me no more than $40 for the initial getting the water correct. So anyways, I know this video is all about the pool, getting the pool ready and open for the season. Who's excited? Because I know I am, and Brooke's like, I'm having a party this weekend. I was like, you go for it. The water should be nice and clear, nice and cold too. So if it's in the 90s, yeah, they'll have a good time for sure. And look who we have here. Say hi, Pepper. There's Pepper. Say yes. That's Peppa girl. You want to go for a ride in the car? I told Charlie, I said, yeah, I want to be that person where I take my cat for a ride in the car. You'll give me 5? She's being nippy. She must be excited. Look, she's excited. I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm going to get ready to go get the kids. And I turned the water off. And now I can run my dishwasher because earlier I had the pool water running in. And then I went to go start the dishwasher, and then I was going to do a load of laundry. I'm like, no, what are you thinking? You can't run all that together. I'd end up burning up the pump for sure. So I'll run my dishwasher while I'm gone. And then, I don't know, I might turn the pump back on later. We'll see. And turn the water back on. If not, I usually just run it in the morning for 4 or so hours. And that usually takes me up 1 more level.